Your hot hands doesn't what I wanted. So, there it is. Looking for this. 1 second. Oh my gosh. So I found this. So now I have to go downstairs because I forgot something. You guys like my little fairy ears? I'm just so done. I can't believe I gotta go downstairs, go upstairs, go downstairs, go upstairs. I will be right back. Hold up. What's up? Guys, let me read you a fucking story. That night, Toad looked out the window. Drat, said Toad. My seeds have not started to grow. They must be afraid of the dark. So Toad went outside to his garden with some candles. I will read the seeds a story, said Toad, and they will not be afraid. Toad read a long story to his seeds. See? Can you see Toad reading to his seeds? He's so cute. I love Toad. I like Frog, but I like Toad more. I feel more like Toad. So what's up, Peanut Butter Cups? How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I have been on my period. I have been so angry and so hormonal. But look, I bought this beautiful dress from Goodwill, and it still had the tags on it. I don't know why I'm showing you. It's got these things on it, like this little moment. You can't see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, it still had the tags on it. So it was like, what baddie with the fatty decided she was getting rid of her wardrobe? Is she okay? I hope she didn't die. If so, R.I.P. baby girl. Okay, so I ordered from one of my favorite YouTubers, Leah Mouse. I ordered some body butter and a little can, because I live in South Texas, and I ordered a little like can of how do you say, a candle, a tin of candle, you know, a little candle tin, and I'm gonna have it shipped here and everything, and we're gonna see how it goes. If the candle doesn't melt, I'm gonna order some more next paycheck. But yeah, I finally ordered something from her, and I'm so excited because I love supporting small businesses. I have a small business as well. Unfortunately, my depression took over me running my small business, so I kind of ran it into the ground. Not really. I just shut it down for a while because, you know, parents both died and I've been kind of struggling and suffering from that. But I am on antidepressants, so I'm trying to get better, right? Or I'm trying to find more healthy coping mechanisms. Anyway, so I ordered her like how do you say, I think it's like body butter and Horrorland body butter and a tin. I think I ordered a tin or wax melt, and I think it was Vampire Kiss. I can't remember because I was looking at so many. So anyways, yeah, but I asked her, I was like, hey, do you guys ever have problems with like candles melting? Because I live in the deepest, hardest part of Texas, and I would really just like to know, because when I used to work at a metaphysical shop, we had to drive to the candle creation company, like the company, Reed Candle Company in San Antonio, Texas, load the individual like pillar candles, the glass pillar candles, into our car and drive it back to our shop, which was also located in San Antonio, because they would melt in the summer if they tried to deliver them, and they'd come out all like one giant fucking crayon, right? So anyways, yeah, that was kind of crazy. But so yeah, I was just asking, I was like, hey, how do you like, have you ever had any issues like with candles shipping to like hot states, you know? Because I would fucking cry. And I'm such a research skank. I research so much because I'm so afraid. It doesn't make sense. I'm so afraid of losing out. I have the FOMO, the fear of missing out, that I will do so much research on something before I actually sit down and agree to partake in it. Like it could be music, it could be a movie, a series. Series are a huge thing for me. If I don't like the producer of the series, I'm just like, I already seen some of the shit you made and it ain't even good. And if I do like the producer of the series, I'm like, I trust you to lead me on the most fucked up experience, and I will be a better person because of it. Let's go. Push play. But yeah, I'm really like, I've been burned so many times by buying books that other people have suggested Now I've said it too many times that it's not a real word. Suggested. 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 Told me to watch. Told me to read, told me to watch so many things that I was like, I'll never get that time back. Or I'll read the book, the entire book, and then I'm like, why did I do that? Now I gotta go sell it back to half price books. Fuck. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, people are always like, I love Game of Thrones. I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones, but I'm not into like the weird kind of like sexual shit that happens in that show. So I'm not gonna watch it because I think it's fucking icky and just nasty. I'm not into that. Like, I watched True Blood. I love True Blood. I didn't mind it at all. I actually loved it. It was okay. But like, there's like a certain level of like weird stuff that I'm just like not okay with. Yeah, and it's like ew, icky. And because I live in a small town, there's enough of the Game of Thrones shit happening around me in front of my face, from like people's relationships around me and people's friendships around me, that I don't really think I need to watch Game of Thrones or House of Dragon when you live in the House of Dragon and you get to witness it firsthand. Oh my god. Sometimes me and my husband just sit back and we're like, that's a lot, right? That's a lot. That's a lot, right? You know? The baseline, if you're from a small town, you'll understand the baseline for psychoticness is like crazy. It's insane. Why do I look so pale right now? I look so fucking pale. I swear to God, I'm mixed. Golly. That's the thing when you stay inside too much and when you dye your hair red and your eyebrows. I look fucking red. I look very white. That's funny. So I was watching, anyways, like I said, blah, 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 blah. Let's back up. I'm not from a small town. I'm from a big city. I'm from San Antonio, and that's really different than from where I live now. Small towns are weird. I don't like them. They are all fucking culty. They are all of them. All of them, bitch. All of the small towns are culty. Even those little motherfuckers that live on the East Coast that are like, we're in New England, tiny town. Yeah, bitch, right? Like, okay, you guys are in a cult too. But like, yeah. So they all go to the same church and they all work at the same job and they all go to the same school and they're all a part of the same Facebook groups and stuff like that. And they're like Stepford wives, like just, ugh. So, but then behind the scenes, everybody's a fucking freak. And I'm just like clutching my pearls because like I'm weird or whatever. Me and my husband, we're fun, we're different, right? But we have a very strange set of values. So we're monogamous. It's just me and him, right? And that's how I like it because it's very safe and it's not drama filled. And so that's my personal preference. I also don't enjoy, I don't know. I don't enjoy drinking. I think that beer tastes like piss. And I don't like the way wine tastes. Just alcohol is gross. So we don't drink. We don't do drugs. The first thing I do is I take pharmaceuticals, which are, I have panic pills that I take whenever I'm in the middle of a panic attack and I'm about to black out. That's whenever I take them. And then I take antidepressants. But that's like the worst thing. That's like the worst thing I do. Oh, and I drink an ungodly amount of coffee. So hi, what's up? How are you doing? But I don't go to church because I used to work at a church as a child. I was actually a puppeteer for a church, professional puppeteer, and we would go to like Shriners Hospital in Galveston, and we would go to different kindergarten, pre-K, like nursery schools and do puppeteering for the children there to like Jonah the Whale songs, and we'd bring out a fucking stuffed whale and shit like that. And yeah, I spent a whole summer being a puppeteer, and we went to Shriners Hospital and did puppeteers for the children in that hospital, and some of them didn't have faces because they were burnt off and stuff like that. So we did a lot of work for that church, but then I found out that behind the scenes there was like predators that worked at the church, and I was 12 years old at the time, 14, 15, kind of thing. And so I wanted to be a part of the church because I wanted some kind of safety net, and I thought I was doing the right thing. And like I needed to be somewhere safe, basically, because my house was like very DV. Like there was a lot of DV, a lot of stuff happening at home that was just unhealthy to be around and unsafe to be around. And so I was always at church. I went to church like 4 times a week, and volunteering and stuff. And they made me watch the babies in the nursery and shit like that. And so they basically got free child labor off of us. And there was like perverts working there. So whatever. It was one of the biggest churches around here too. And it still is one of the biggest churches to this day. Yeah, and they're just super unethical. So when I got older, I was like, this is not the business. This is not the business. And I stopped. And then, it's so crazy when you stop going to church, everybody like blacklists you. And they're like, oh my God. And that was like my first real encounter with like, I think I was in a cult. That wasn't a church. That was like free child labor. We had to work for it, and like, I mean, damn, they had us in the gardens, they had us taking care of babies, they had us like us children doing jobs that were meant for adults that should have been paid for them, and we were all just like, because of God, giving our time away for our Lord and Savior. And yeah, fucking scammer gets scammed, bro. Scammed out of my youth, out of my childhood. Now, I will say, sorry, I get uncomfortable and I move around a lot because I'm sleeping off the bed. I will say that was crazy. And like, whatever, you do you. I will say this. You do you, and it doesn't matter what I say. Just do what makes you happy. But now, in my life right now, would never, 0 out of 10 would recommend going to a church. I don't know. And then like I got really sad because a lot of people down here are in the churches, like they have their own cliques. And when you're out of the churches, you are just blacklisted. People don't, whatever. Everyone's high and mighty and stuff. And then it's just nasty. So it's hard for you to find your little group, your little peoples that are not doing drugs, not drinking, not going to church in a small town, because the people who are like this, who have morals and values that are similar, like, just wanting to raise your family and be happy, healthy, and wealthy together, they're church people. And so you'll never find people that are not like always high or drunk or something in a small town with like my unique worldview, which is like, I don't know. I just want everyone to be successful and happy, and I want us to all work together in a beneficial way for everybody's families to, like, if you need help, okay. If I need help, yes, please help me. But don't try to like scam me and take shit from me from behind my back. Like, you know what I mean? I don't like when I give, and I give a lot. I give a lot because I struggle with codependency, and I know I do. Because I know I do. Because my therapist and my psychiatrist says so. No, but I really struggle with codependency, and so I will give my 150%, right? Because I did not have like a healthy home life when I was a child, so I crave like, like love and attention and affection, stuff like that, like stupid shit, like just dumb stuff, right? Like whatever. So I want to be the best that I can be kind of person, right? And apparently that translates into you get fucking used and fucked over 89% of the time by people who are scammers. And by scammers, it could be your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your grandma. It could be anybody in your family, just using you to ends meet, right? Meet their ends or whatever together. I think that's where that expression comes from. Expression. Anyways, so yeah, it sucks. And then whenever you're codependent, you naturally attract narcissists. because you want to do everything for everybody, and it's like, girl, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. And I'm like, no, I want to help and be helped as well, because I believed in my spectrum, in my head, you know, where I fall on the spectrum, my brain is like, still believes what I learned from Barney, you know what I mean? And that is apparently perfect for predators of all shapes and sizes. I'm not just talking about sexual, I'm talking like financial, abusive. They're just trying to like, whatever. So anyways, it's so annoying. It's so fucking annoying, because I also play myself by taking on roles and responsibilities that were not mine in the beginning, in order to try to, are you eating my, stop it, in order to try to help people out, because that's what I would want, you know. And that's also like traumatic childhood conditioning from the church, from Christianity, from Abrahamic religions of all natures, like treat others how you want to be treated. Well, some people don't need to be treated how you want to be treated. They need to be treated like fucking like prison inmates, and you need to block them and put them in Facebook jail. You need to block their numbers and don't let them come out for parole, right? See who's up for parole. No, but yeah, yes, you do. And so then in my head, because I'm codependent, I'm like, what if people don't like me? What if I'm all alone again? It's like, bitch, what do you mean? Like, you have been? Even when you are helping people, you're all alone. You're doing it by yourself. So what the fuck are you talking about? You know? So there are two ambivalent streams of thoughts that run in my head. One is Captain Save-A-Ho. Two is Captain Sink-A-Ho. One of them is a mob boss, and the other one is like the veterinarian that wants to help everybody. It's Corky Romano. Corky Romano, that's who I am. I'll never recover from this. I'm so sorry. My son was at the door and he was waving. He was like, hey there. I was like, oh my gosh. So anyways, he's looking for his Minecraft gun. That it's like a Nerf bullet thing, but it's not in here. So I wonder where I put it. I will never beat the Corky Romano allegations. Oh my god, I think I'm ruined. I love him so much. Chris Kattan. Oh my god. I'm such a girly crush on him. No, I love him so much. So he's like the voice actor for Bunnicula, and I loved him in Monkey Bone, and I used to watch him on Saturday Night Live all the time. And I just love him so much. I don't know why. Like, that's like when you're young and you have a crush on somebody and you like latch on to that archetype of person. And I'm like, but I also had like this huge crush on Drop Dead Fred. And so I just think I'm a freak. I think that's my dream guy, is like Chris Kattan and Drop Dead Fred. But we're not going to talk about this anymore. It's none of your business. I'm being honest with you guys. We're friends, right? I could say this thing. This is a safe place, right? I have such a crush on him. It's not even funny. Oh my god, I love him so much. Anyways, I don't know why he's so funny. He's so cute. Okay, we're gonna stop talking about it. No, we're not. Oh no. Stop. There are two wolves inside of me. One of them is Drop Dead Fred, and the other one is Corky Romano. And if you know, you know. And if you don't know, it's better you don't know. Okay, hi, how are you? We're just gonna move on with this. I have embarrassed myself. I'm in love with men who are absolute bozos. Just kidding. Hey, look, it's a leaf. Check this out. Isn't that cool? Aren't leaves fantastic? It's a leather leaf. It's a hair thing. Yeah, it's super cool. Let's stop talking about what I was talking about. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about before that. God damn it. Now I'm lost. Oh, you know what? I saw somebody doing a Ruby Gloom cosplay. Speaking of like gothic child cartoons. I watched Ruby Gloom with my son his entire youth. And I watched some of it when I was younger, but I was at the age where I was too old to really enjoy it. So when my kids were born, I used it as an excuse to watch everything I didn't get to watch as a kid. And even though they were dudes, we still watched like Ruby Gloom, and it was so fucking cute because like it doesn't matter if they're boys, if they want to watch Strawberry Shortcake, let them watch that shit and you watch it with them, because that is just, it's bonding. And it's like these little cute girls have like such a sweet idea of, I don't know, like friendship and community, and that's like what I want, but it's totally delusional. Um, but you know what? I love it, and I don't give a fuck. I love the idea of having like a sweet little community with sweet little friends, and we're all helping each other out. And when one of us falls down, we all help her get back up. And I love that idea. Now, does it sound communistic? Maybe. I don't know, but I'm like not into that, okay? Because I'm also like pro-choice, but then I'm also like pro-guns. And a huge joke that I tell my husband is very dark, and I'm like, you can be both. You can be both. Like, you could be both. You know what I mean? Like, you could defend yourself and you could choose if you want to have a child or not. It doesn't matter. So that's also what's, my mouth gets me in trouble in the town I live in, and I'll fight like government officials in the comment sections on Facebook. I will cyberbully my representatives. No, I'm just joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm just joking. I don't do that. I don't do that. But I do call them out on their shit. And so I get in trouble because everyone will be like, yeah, we love the mayor, or something like that. We love the judge. We love the sheriff. You know what I mean? Whatever, like, NPC thing everybody in the small town does. They're like, we all go to the same church. We all do the same thing, you know? I'm like, that's cool. You guys are fucking simps. Just kidding. No, so I won't simp for the mayor or whatever, and I'll just be like, really like, hey, fucker, where's the money from the property taxes that you fucking raised my house a lot, and everybody had to fight the appraisal in court and take time out of their lives while you were over there like fucking just raising the taxes and allowing more hotels to get built while you give them a 10-year waiver where they don't have to pay taxes for 10 years, but we do. Where's that money from? So why don't you use that money that you gathered from us for the hurricane expenses? And then instead they're like, why are you bringing up valid points, you absolute whore of Satan? She's not like us. She's not like us. And I'm just like, oh, great. Okay, great. Yeah. Been through this one before. When I was a little girl, everyone used to call me, at the bar my mom used to work at, the devil slut, because they found out that I was running a small coven in high school of like girlies that just went into the woods and like had fun and pretended to do magic spells or whatever. But it was really actually a woman's empowerment group. And I guess it kind of links back to that whole Strawberry Shortcake thing with like community, like all women community where we all help each other out and have each other's backs. But instead it was kind of like crazy and chaotic because we were all like, I don't know. Instead, like, so that's like the fantasy, but the reality was like all of our periods synced up and we all lost our goddamn minds. Just kidding. Like, no, it was fun to an extent, but I don't know. It's difficult. Having friends with different values and different morals is difficult because you have to like kind of in a way give them grace and be like, hey, it's okay, that's just them. It's not me, and that's okay. But then it gets to the point where like, all right, motherfucker. All right, bitch, calm the fuck down. Please. Josh, Berry, shut the fuck up now. No, I'm just kidding. Strawberry Shortcake's like putting people in their place. She's like, and you are kicked out of the group for being a total fucking bitch. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, so yeah. I have like the fantasy of like what was imprinted in my brain as a child. So it's like the Barney values, like everybody cleans and everybody does their job. Yeah, that makes sense, bitch. Everybody does their job. Everybody cleans up, and it's okay to be different, right? Because I was like mixed, and everybody treated me like shit for being mixed and like whatever, right? I was like heavily ostracized from my family for being different. Um, oh god, it was so horrible. Anyways, and then so Barney told me it was okay for me to be different and to embrace it. This fucking dinosaur showed up out of nowhere and said, "Fuck that shit, you're totally cool." And I was like, "Hell yeah, motherfucker, what's up?" No, and then I watched Drop Dead Fred, and that helped me out with certain traumas. And I was like, I love him so much. And then I watched Chris Kattan and the shit he was in, and I was like, he's so funny. He makes me laugh. I love him so much. And then as an adult, now I see full cycle, the full circle turning around into what created the aspects of my personality. It was trauma and coping mechanisms, as well as trying to create a new world out of the shit I was given, trying to yoke gold from lead, right? Um, the alchemist way. Isn't that it? To try to turn this trauma into gold. At least for y'all to laugh at. At least for me to laugh at. I don't care if you don't think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. Because what the fuck? What the fuck, bitch? Like, okay. That was crazy. Who does that? Anyways, so all of this shit to say, hey guys, I've been going through it. Speaking of cycles, I'm in the middle of my winter cycle, and yeah, I don't know. I've come to the point in my life where I don't really give a fuck, and yet there is still like a critical thinking aspect of myself that gives too much fucks. So I have, again, ambivalent, separate running schools of thoughts going on in my head at once, because one, I'd like to create content that wasn't like horse piss like what I'm doing today, but at the other hand, I do not have the brain capacity to sit down and do it, or the time of day, because my life is so chaotic and random. And like I said, like Game of Thrones has nothing on living in a tiny town and making friends and witnessing the most insane shit come out of it. Okay, okay. Um, I have family members who I have disowned completely because they legitimately like financially and abused me, and like verbally and psychologically tortured me. So I had to like put my big boy pants on and my big girl wig and kick them down the slide with my boots, with my holographic boots. So you want to see them? Okay. All right, you don't have to ask twice, Jesus. How pretty they are. They're so pretty. And you can't really see the holographicness on them. That sucks. I love labradorite and rainbow moonstone, and this, you can't see that. There you go. Do you see that? That holographic shimmer? Dude, these were on sale, bitch. These were on sale. And look at that fucking toe. Oh my god. It is snatched. I love it. I love holographic stuff. I have like little stars and this. I don't know. It's just so pretty. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I have dreams where it's like that rainbow holographic colors. Like you're looking at your hair on your arm through the sun rays, and if you look close enough, it's all rainbows, and it's really pretty. Or like your eyelashes. Have you ever looked at the sun and caught your eyelashes in the sunlight perfectly to where you can see like every hair and every tiny rainbow on your hairs? I don't know what that is. I'm not that smart. I'm not book smart. I am kind of street smart. So I don't know what that is, but I love it. I love when you look too close at your skin when you're hitting like not direct sunlight, like not like noon light, but like dawn or dusk light. Whenever it's like coming through the trees and it hits your skin at an angle and you can just see rainbows. It's like my favorite thing in the entire universe as a human being is those little rainbows. And then like my other favorite thing is whenever it's very foggy at dawn or dusk and you're driving down the road but there's like trees in the medians, and so it's very foggy and the sun comes through the fog onto the trees and it reveals like all the spider webs and the droplets of dew. Oh my god, those are things that excite me really, like to my fucking core. When the sun goes through the trees and like it's foggy and misty and you see it and it creates like rainbows as well. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite. So yeah, that's my favorite kind of stuff. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go. I don't even know what the fuck I just talked about for 30 minutes. I kind of just info dumped on you guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah. You guys know my type of dude now is Drop Dead Fred and Corky Romano, and then I will never escape the Corky Romano allegations because it's me. It's me. I am just super codependent. I have some like shitty narcissistic family members that are total like cocksuckers or whatever. And what else? I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys the Ruby Gloom cosplay. I went on a whole tangent. I saw somebody cosplaying as Ruby Gloom, and that was so cool, and Misery, and that was so cool. I was like, oh my god, because it reminded me of when my kids were like super little, and we used to watch Ruby Gloom all the time before bed. We'd watch Ruby Gloom, Bunnicula, Courage the Cowardly Dog, but that was kind of scary sometimes, so for them. So we didn't watch it like before bed. Let's see, what else? I was just trying to give them everything. We used to watch Stella and Sam as well. And god, that shit will make me cry. Oh yeah, and Fig the Fox on Amazon Prime. What is that called? What is that show? The Fig the Fox one. What is that show called? I love claymation. It's so fun. I love abstract art like that. Like that takes, I don't know, it's like fun. I like working with my hands. I do a lot of clay creations. I usually have them laying around everywhere. I made a bunch of moons and stars out of clay and I painted them like pretty different colors, like shades of yellow and blues and lavenders, and I intend on selling things and then I never do. I get hit with depression and I shut down, and I really struggle with that. I really struggle with that, and I don't know how to fix it because I'm already on antidepressants. And I don't want to sit there and take more and more pharmaceuticals, and I'm not having like mentally ill thoughts that would mean that I need to change my pharmaceuticals or anything. Like my psychiatrist always checks in on me whenever we have a little phone conversation, and he's like, how are you doing? But he's South African, so he has like a kind of like, it almost sounds French, I think. It almost sounds French. So do you know the guy from Gilmore Girls, the French guy? That's how he talks. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what he told me, and trigger warning right here. You can skip forward a minute ahead because I'm gonna talk about like self-harm. So and like what my psychiatrist asks me, so I don't want to like trigger anybody into having those thoughts by saying these words or whatever. So just skip forward from here a minute ahead, okay? If you don't want to watch this part. So my psychiatrist called me and he'll be like, okay, hello, how are you doing? And I'm like, hey, I'm doing fine, I'm doing good, whatever. And he's like, okay, yes, it is so good. It is so nice to hear from you. And then he's like, are you having any suicidal thoughts? And I'm like, no suicidal thoughts. And he's like, oh, that is good. But it's so funny to hear like his accent. And he's like, the way he talks is just so like, it sounds kind of French to me because I don't know. But he's like, are you having any suicidal thoughts? And so I'm like, no, because I've never been on pharmaceuticals before like that, or like medication. So I'm just like, is that something normal that happens? That's scary. But yeah, anyways, that's over. So yeah, I just think it's so funny because it reminded me of the French dude from Gilmore Girls. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And me and my husband have the same psychiatrist, right? So it was so funny because I was like, he knows about Gilmore Girls. I was like, doesn't he sound like him? And he was like, yeah. I was like, that's so funny. How are you doing today? Okay, well, you know, I am so sorry for your loss. That's how he sounds. Like, I told him my mom passed away. And he said that. He was like, I am so sorry for your loss. Okay, so I've talked you guys' ear off enough. You don't have to watch these videos. I'm so sorry if you do. And if you do, hey, what's up? How you doing? I am sorry. And I will see you guys later. And with this, I hope that you guys treat each other well. You be nice to each other, and bye.